be going through every single FNaF book that's out as of the end of 2022. So currently when I'm recording this, it is the 30th of December 2022, and 2023 is only in one day. And the only book I don't have here at the moment is Summer Canophobia, which is the fourth book in the Tales from the Pizzaplex series, but that hasn't released in Australia yet, so I just have every single other book, including guidebooks, coloring books, and reading books, of course. Let's go over the first couple of books. So, first off, we have the Charlie Trilogy, or the Silver Eyes Trilogy, however you want to call it. These books are pretty good. I think Silver Eyes is the best one, and is also my favorite. These books also have graphic novel adaptations. I'll show off them later, though. So I say these books are pretty good for the first couple of FNaF books that released. They have a good story, and these books are a bit damaged, of course, since they're pretty old. But yeah, I definitely recommend reading these books if you have the time or the money to buy them. Let's put them over here for now. Then we have the longest series, which is the Fazbear Frights book series. So I'll go over the first 5 books, since those are the first ones that came out in 2020. Well, Into the Pit actually came out in 2019, like right at the end of 2019. But let's just say 2020 for now, since it'll work better. So these books right here are the first 5 Fazbear Fright books. I think these are literally perfect, and there's nothing wrong with these books in my opinion. I think Fazbear Fright should have ended at book 5, since I think later on in the books they started running out of ideas and just made up random stuff. I think all the stories in these books are pretty good. They all have nice plots. I think Into the Pit is also really good. Great start to the series. 3 of the best stories. Then Fetch also has 3 of the best stories as well. Out of Stock is actually my favorite story out of the entire Fazbear Fright series. Since it's such a great story, it can work like perfectly as like a horror movie or something, like a short film. Bunny Call can also work as like a game, like a FNaF game. Also, these 2 books are also pretty good as well. Even though some stories are a bit weird, like In the Flesh, and some stories are a bit boring, like Coming Home. But I'd say these 5 books here are some of the best. And I think these ones are literally perfect. There's not really anything wrong with them. Now let's go on to the 2021 Fazbear Fright books. Let's put these off to the side. So then we have Blackbird, The Cliffs, Gumdrop Angel, The Puppet Carver, Friendly Face, and Prankster. I think these books are kind of starting the downfall of the Fazbear Fright series. I think Blackbird is pretty good. All the stories are really good. Pretty good stories. Then I think The Cliffs is where the downfall started, and then it just got worse and worse and worse and worse over time. I think these 3 right here are some of the worst books in the FNaF series. Personally, I think Gumdrop Angel is not really a good book. Like, the first 2 stories, in my opinion, aren't really the best. I think What We Found is also pretty good as well. But that's like the only good thing about this book, in my opinion. Puppet Carver, these guys aren't even in the book, which is a bit disappointing. And Pizza Kit is probably the best story. The character in Jumpy Tickets is pretty dumb and not smart at all. Then Prankster was like really vague and stuff. This Kids at Play story was not good at all. It doesn't have much to do with FNaF at all. I think one of the scrap stories from Felix the Shark should have been put in this book. And then we have Flying Player 2, which is also pretty good as well. Pretty good story. But yeah, The Cliffs was where the downfall started with where is it? He Told Me Everything. And that's when the books became worse and worse over time. But then we have a little redemption arc right here. Let's just move these out of the way first. Felix the Shark. I think all the stories in this book are actually really good. Like, Felix the Shark has got a really nice plot with the actual shark character, and like an abandoned Freddy's water park or something. And The Scoop is a kind of meta, like Help Wanted, where like the FNaF games are actually games in the real world. And then You're the Band is also pretty cool. The ending is pretty crazy. And that is a scrapped book from the so like scrap stories that didn't make it into the actual main series. Now we have the Tales from the Pizzaplex series. We have 3 books at the moment, minus some Mechanophobia, which I do not have. So we have Lali's Game, Haps, and some Somnophobia. I think this book isn't really the best. I'm not really a fan of any of the stories in it. This last story is pretty weird. I've only read the Help Wanted in Haps. This story's pretty good. I'd say it's a really good story. I haven't read the rest of these since I literally just got them like less than a month ago, and I haven't had the time to read them yet. But I'd say this is like the only book in the series that has a character we know from the games, which is Moondrop. But the rest of these characters are all brand new. And same with the new release covers. I have low hopes for this series, since I feel like Help Wanted isn't even related to the Pizzaplex in Haps. So it's quite disappointing. Now we have the guidebooks and stuff, so let's go over this one right here, which is the Survival/Security Logbook, which released in 2018. I have a flat cover version. There is a hardcover version out. This book is fine. Some of the art in it is pretty weird. Look at this Foxy right here. Like, I'm pretty sure. Look at this. Look, there's a dabbing Chica in this book, by the way. I swear, one of these characters had a mess up with her teeth or something. But look, dabbing Chica. That's like 2018 book. What does this say about the law? But this is actually how we found out Cassidy's name for Golden Freddy. So it's pretty cool. Who knew that a really important part of the lore will be in the children's activity book? Then we have the Fazbear Frights series, or I say the trilogy. We have Fazbear Frights, not Fazbear Frights, the Freddy Files. I don't know how I messed it up. The Freddy Files, Book 1, Book 2, and the Ultimate Guide Freddy Files, which is massive compared to the other two. Like, look at this. This one released in 2017, then this one released in 2019, and then this one released in 2021. So about 2 years apart from each other. This book was already outdated before it even released because it doesn't have Help Wanted. It just goes to UCN, and somehow this book managed to actually get JJ's name correctly. Because in yeah, look, JJ actually has a JJ picture, but in this book, let me find it. It's in the animatronic inventory. They put a picture of Balloon Boy as JJ. Let's find that. Where is it? Right here. JJ Balloon Girl with a picture of Balloon Boy. In this book, they are missing some characters for the animatronic inventory, like Fazbear. Like, even Fazbear's literally on the cover. How do you mess that up? Like, how is he not? Like, they put Black Eyes Fazbear, but not actual normal Freddy Fazbear. Like, how? They're also missing all the skins after Choco Bonnie, so the Wicked Tides, Scary Stories, and Scream Punk plus Great Escape of Freddy. They're also missing Helpy and Blackbird, but that's about it. Other than that, this book's pretty good. I did a review on it like a year ago. So a pretty good book. I recommend getting it. There's no point getting these since these ones are outdated. This one is extremely outdated, by the way. It's only gets to this location. And I'm pretty sure it only has yeah, I'm pretty sure it only has Twisted Ones and the Silver Eyes. Yeah, it doesn't even have the Fourth Closet, because this came out in 2017. Fourth Closet wasn't even out yet. Now we have one more guidebook to go through, which is the Security Breach Files, which I did a review on about 2 months ago. This is a pretty flat book. I expected it to be like the size of a normal Freddy Files book, like this, but no, it's not. It's just a normal flat like guidebook. I do think like this was like a Fortnite picture, but whatever. I like all the like style of it. Reminds me of like old game guides, which are pretty cool. Also has the knights at the top. Like, let's find one. I'm pretty sure it should be here somewhere. It goes through all the hours. Yeah, like 6 a.m. And I think we can find 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, like 3 a.m. It has all the hours and stuff. What stuff to do in the hours. Then we have, as I was talking about before, the graphic novels. We have the graphic novels for the Charlie Trilogy. So I actually have the hardcover copy of the Silver Eyes. It does come with this little this right here. I did do a review on this like almost 3 years ago. Wow. But that was my third video on this channel. not including deleted videos. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Nice hardcover book. I got this 3 years ago, almost today. I got it like in January 2020, almost 3 years ago, which is quite surprising. And then we have the Twisted Ones graphic novel, right here. This released in 2020, 2021, and then 2022. So that's pretty cool. Well, actually, this book kind of released in 2019, right here. It released Into the Pit, like the 29th or 26th of December 2019. So I say these books are pretty good. I say the one with the best coloring is this one, and my favorite out of the three is of course the Silver Eyes. I don't know why, I really like the Silver Eyes. It has a nice ending, nice plot, all of that stuff, and then stuff gets pretty weird in later books. Then we have one more graphic novel, which is the Fazbear Frights Volume 1. There is a Volume 2 coming out soon with I'm pretty sure it's Fetch, The New Kid, and Room for One More. This book is pretty good. I really like the front cover. It says Plushtrap, and Plushtrap is my favorite FNaF character. So like the coloring is mediocre at best. I'd say To Be Beautiful has the best coloring and stuff. And this Out of Stock. We don't talk about Out of Stock. We don't talk about Out of Stock. But you say the Plushtrap design is pretty creepy though. But how do you end up with this from that? I don't know. Now we have our last two books. They're not really like reading books, but we have two activity books. We have the official coloring book and the how to draw book. I got this pretty recently in August. So yeah, just go through that real quick. And then all of that. My coloring isn't really the best since I did this like 2 years ago. And then we actually have one more book. I haven't got it right now. Let me get it real quick. We have this right here. It's in a folder since it's not an actual like proper book, but the Crayola Out of Edge book right here. I'll just go through a couple drawings. They're not really the best since I did these like almost 3 years ago. Or whatever. It's got a cool mango drawing on the front cover, which is really nice. It's in a folder at the moment, so nothing falls apart. So yeah, that's basically it for this video. Let's just stack everything on top of each other. There we go. All these books, all this money right here. I wonder how much money all this actually costs. I need to do like calculations and stuff. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.